Hello, this is Joseph Blanchett, aka Legendary Frog, and it's time for another commentary. Flash commentary from your childhood, video games. This is Final Fantasy VII, all about random battles. I can't take credit for a lot of this movie because Super Flash Brothers, Dim from Super Flash Brothers, animated it and did backgrounds and did everything but the character models. So I owe him a really big thank you for just pumping out this cartoon when we were collaborating together, and he went above and beyond. He did a bunch of stuff that I didn't expect him to do. I just gave him a few little notes about little gags I wanted, and he added his own. And so thank you, Dim. So this is kind of a follow-up to the One Bit and One Ring to Rule Them All 2 when Saron plays that, or Wayne plays that old-timey video, and that instructor, just tells him about mundane things. So I wanted to do a Final Fantasy parody. I didn't want to be cliche. An obvious joke for Final Fantasy is, aren't random battles annoying? Instead of just making a joke about how they're just constantly in random battles, why not put a spin on it? Do something unique. And I remember that old-timey newsreel, like, teaching thing. What would you call that? I don't know. Teaching aid? I don't know. And I decided, well, let's just teach these viewers about random battles. We can put jokes about random battles in there. And I thought Final Fantasy VII was a pretty obvious one to make the basis for it, because it's kind of like the Final Fantasy everyone knew. And it kind of had the most recognizable characters. You could probably argue that 6 could probably do that too. But, Cloud, Tifa, and Aeris, and all those characters are just iconic, even way back when I first made this. This little gag about the fire ring, I've tried to put in other movies that never got released or never got off the drawing board. Whenever we do any sort of D&D or loot drop joke in, like, Wonders of the Universe, or there was an Ark and Kerrigan skit that was half written, the loot would always be like 280 whatever gil and the magic fire ring. And my friend who was helping me write it says, like, well, can we just cut that part? It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go, yeah, but it's a reference to when I was actually funny and good at flash animation. So it's funny about that stuff. I like these models a lot, but they're kind of stiff, and I don't blame Dim for that, because he didn't really redraw anything when needed. He just kind of took the models I gave him and just worked with what he got. I kind of wish some of them worked a little better, but obviously he did a great job animating with them. See, this is a joke about summons, about how they take forever. I kind of wish that this joke literally went on for like 2 minutes. That would be pretty funny. Then have to pay off. I think there is a summon in Final Fantasy that literally lasts like 2 minutes and only does like 5,000 damage. I call Tifa in this cartoon because I didn't know. It wasn't voice acted. This was before Advent Children, I think, came out. So I called her Tifa. Sorry, Tifa. Oh, that's a little pervy joke that I don't feel bad for doing back then, because this announcer character was supposed to be kind of unnerving, a little unsettling. So I don't know. I think it works, kind of. Maybe I would do it differently. I had a sequel planned for this. Long time coming. Or, like, idea I had for a long time to do a sequel about Final Fantasy X-2 and about dress spheres. And it would have been like, not like the 50s or 60s, it'd be more like the 70s, so it'd be like really it would be in color, but like that Technicolor that everything looked like back then. And I actually have a script of it written, but it doesn't have quite the same tone is this because it's written like, almost 15 years later, so it has a slightly different tone. It's probably a bunch of actual items for Final Fantasy VII.
There you go, Cloud. Now use them on your KO party.
Can't help but think of Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged when I look at this, just because it's kind of another Final Fantasy VII parody that I really enjoy. So when I see Cloud there, I kind of think of the Cloud from that. Sorry, Aerith. See, I called her Aerith there. It's supposed to be Aerith. There was a game that Flash Brothers made for this, Materia Madness, which I don't quite remember what the gimmick was, but it was an actual mini game you play during the preloader, where you had to match materia, and you would unlock secret scenes, like hidden scenes, if you did good at it. I actually wonder how many people actually did that back in the day, but I uploaded those to YouTube a while back. You can see them here. But that was the movie, and enjoy. Well, don't enjoy.